from Afghanistan. Shooting up the club like an AK. Smoke a P is strong, every day I'm blowing KK, blowing KK, blowing KK.
Yes, I have a lightsaber. It's looking like switching from purple to red. I have a purple crystal. Why is it doing that? I'm not gonna lie, I'm secretly an evil motherfucker. I'm really a Star Wars fan, bro. Ooh, you was lacking. Look at this motherfucker. Look at it. Look at it. Ooh. One of one, baby. Hey. One of one? Probably not. I'm not gonna lie. Someone probably made the same design as me. That's not over here. Kathleen Kennedy. Blowing KK. Is no longer, it's not Khalifa Kush. It's Kathleen Kennedy. I'm exhausted. I'm literally exhausted. Doing all that shit and smoking, like, are you insane? And I'm fat. Pick a struggle. You don't know who this person is. We're about to react to his video. Oops. It's the GOAT. Yep. Who else you thought? Who did you think was gonna come on the screen? Let me keep this on me. Let me keep this on me just in case a nigga wanna, you know what I mean? Just in case. Oh, I'm chilling. Oh, you think I'm what? You think I'm what? You think I'm lacking? I got it on me. You gotta watch his fan films. You know, definitely check out Star Wars Theory. I'm gonna leave a description for him. He has 3.33 million followers. I'm pretty sure anybody here already is subbed to him. Best. Oh my god, he's made so many videos. This is the one right here. I gotta look at the YouTube. What do I see? Put a chick in it and make it gay and lame is gone. So we're gonna watch this because I already know he was geeked. I know he was geeked. I saw this news. I started jumping up and down. I'm not even kidding. Oh, I started crying. Yeah, I literally started crying when I heard that Kathleen Kennedy got fired. I was like, oh my god, we're saved. They could literally put somebody's 3-year-old child to replace Kathleen Kennedy, and I'm pretty sure all the movies would be better than whatever the fuck that bitch was doing. I don't know Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know. I'm gonna be talking crazy about her. You know what I mean? She's probably a decent person, honestly. You know what I mean? Who knows? I don't know her. I can't just assume she's a good person. As far as I'm concerned, she's a terrible person. She ruined Star Wars.
8 minutes ago, just found out that Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down from Lucasfilm this year. You don't want to hate or dislike someone, but I mean, she has fucked, respectfully, she's fucked the brand.
On God, what I just said. That's exactly what I was saying. I just wanted to see Star Wars Theory's reaction. So we got to see his reaction. The rest of it was just a vlog. I was watching it a bit. It's just a vlog of him going to a con or whatever. I don't remember. Another legend of YouTube. Bro's been on like CNN. Bro, Critical Thinker was on like CNN. Like, this guy's legit.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Frodo.
It's done.
It's over now.
Y'all like Lord of the Rings? I ain't never seen it.
Well, it finally happened.
Okay.
After years of rumor and speculation, false claims, deception,
Oh my
and
God, for
ejaculation,
years.
it seems that Kathleen Kennedy is finally leaving Lucasfilm. I know, we've heard this same thing 100 times over from every
Bro, let's just...
clickbait algorithm chasing rumor merchant on YouTube, but in this case, it looks like it's actually legit. All the major trades are reporting the same thing.
Hey.
She's decided to step down when her
Favorite character. Who do you think my favorite character is? Yes. Obviously, my favorite character is Mace Windu. Well, it's not my favorite character. Darth Vader is obviously the best. He's obviously number one. And almost, honestly, in my opinion, Darth Vader, I feel like at the end of the day, like how Thanos was so important to like Infinity War and Endgame, that's what Darth Vader is to Star Wars. And I couldn't imagine if they didn't have Darth, like, you know what I mean? Darth Vader is the best. And then second is, of course, Anakin. Of course it's Anakin. Anakin is the cool, is by, like, not, it's, that's my personal opinion. And then third, I think this is where it's like, I think the top two characters are Anakin and Darth Vader. I feel like that's almost undisputable. I'm chatting too much. No, Anakin number 2, and then Mace Windu number 3. In dead ass that order.
She hasn't been fired, she's not leaving in disgrace, and she hasn't been forced out by some internal coup. She's going
She's
out
fired.
as we all knew she would, when she was damn well good and ready,
She's fired.
probably to a shower of lifetime achievement awards, meaningless accolades, and fake praise from the shill media, not to mention the golden
was fired.
handshake to end all golden handshakes, but leaving she is. This, dear viewer,
I could care
is
less.
it.
I don't care what Disney gave her. I don't care if Disney bought her an island. Get that bitch the fuck out of this country then. Get her out of here, bro. I don't ever want to see that bitch again. She goes like DC, some bullshit. Or she was like, you know, like how crazy would that be? How crazy would that be if somebody else actually hires Kathleen Kennedy? I hope somebody does. I'm not gonna lie. I hope somebody hires Kathleen Kennedy. I just hope it's not nothing that I like.
An end. And wow, what an era it's been. Tell me, what was your favourite aspect of her tenure? Was it her stunning and brave decision to relaunch a multi-billion-dollar franchise with a trilogy of movies that had no particular plan or creative roadmap?
Literally.
Was it her savvy move of hiring an arrogant, pretentious wannabe auteur with zero respect or understanding of the franchise, and then giving him...
That's the biggest problem. I don't know what Kathleen... I swear, this is why I kind of just hate Kathleen Kennedy. I don't really hate... It's hard, like... Star Wars Theory just said it's hard to kind of hate somebody that you don't even know, at least. You know what I mean? I don't even know this person, but like, yo, I almost personally feel attacked how she handles Star Wars. Like, how is it like? It's almost like, how could this like I'm just sitting back and I'm like, yeah, it was like Star Wars Jedi, very controversial fucking movie. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it, but people liked it. That was fine. So it's mid. In my opinion, if it's 50-50, that means it's a 5 out of 10. It's mid. Mid movie. And then after that, I don't even know what to think of The Rise of Skywalker. And then it just seemed like Mandalorian Dave Filoni came in, Jon Favreau came in and saved the day for a millisecond. For like a millisecond. And then, bro, here she come back putting her fingers in shit. And it's like she's trying to sabotage Star Wars. Y'all can't tell me it wasn't like she was trying to sabotage Star Wars. Like last thing I watched from Star Wars, I'm not even kidding, was Ahsoka, and I watched the first couple episodes, and I was like, this shit fucking sucks. People liked Ahsoka, that's fine. I thought Ahsoka sucked. I didn't even watch it all. I couldn't even get past it, bro. I thought it was horrible. I didn't watch Andor. Like, I really fell off. I'm just being honest. I was also watching a lot of Marvel. And then I saw The Marvels, the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. The Marvels is deadass probably the worst movie I've ever seen in my whole entire life. So, I don't know who's responsible for that. It's probably Kathleen Kennedy, somehow. She's somehow responsible for it. I don't care. She's getting blamed for it. It's going to be a long-ass video. I'm just going to be chatting about Star Wars. I've never even talked about this shit on the channel. So if you came here, just know you came here to discuss smoking Kathleen Kennedy pack and Star Wars. Definitely let me know everything you know about Star Wars. Definitely let me know your favorite characters. Everything in the motherfucking description. I don't give a fuck. Let me know. Or in the comments. I'm stupid. Let me know everything in the comments. Dead ass. Let me know your favorite Star Wars movie. Let me know your favorite character.
A creative blank check to write the middle entry of a trilogy where he ended up killing off most of the major
And
story.
Rian Johnson is a good movie maker. Like, movie, whatever, director. What is he? I don't know. I know he made Glass, what you call it? Onion. That shit all that was on Netflix. Those movies were good. I looked him up because people were talking about him and saying he was trash. And I looked his movies up and I was like, these are good movies. I was like, I probably would have hired him too to do fucking Star Wars, but he was being a pretentious douchebag saying how much he hated Star Wars. And then he basically,
Lines and characters.
Looking back, would you change anything in your script, or do you stand by all your choices?
Nope, stand by every choice. Stand by every choice. Stand by every choice.
Maybe it was the way she wisely failed to properly manage her writers and directors, hiring...
Why would he care? He got paid. The movie made $1 billion. Why would he care?
people
still liked it.
who were totally unsuited to the task at hand and
Why would he
leading to
give a
costly
fuck?
replacements midway through
He
production.
did ruin it.
Was it her inspired choice to scrap the hugely popular
Oh my
expanded
God.
universe that had been slowly
Like, you're telling me she wasn't literally sabotaging Star Wars? Because all the most important things in the... I don't watch the comics, but I've watched, like, YouTube videos on the comics, and I just remember hearing that, like, basically every interesting, cool story that they could have made a Star Wars movie about, they made it Legends. And I was like, what the... Like, I wasn't even aware she did it, and then I watched this YouTube video, and I was like, wow. She has to be trying to ruin Star Wars. It's almost like she didn't like it as a kid, and that she hated the prequels, and like she has this fucking vendetta against Star Wars, and she's like, I can do it better. And that's what Rian Johnson came on, and that's probably why she hired Rian Johnson, because they're like, oh, I can do it better than...
built up over decades, only to realize later that her functionally retarded story group wasn't able to come up with any good ideas of their own, forcing them to steal characters and storylines from the very media that they erased from canon. Was it the way she bravely presided over a 50% drop in revenue over the course of the sequel trilogy?
Jesus
Not to mention the
Christ.
first outright
Solo was a good movie. I stand by that. I liked Rogue One and Solo, actually. Solo was mid. Solo wasn't a good movie. But Rogue One was good. Especially, oh my God, that Darth Vader scene. Chef's fucking kiss. But, what was I talking about? Yeah, I liked Rogue One. I thought Solo was okay. I had a good time watching Solo. It was pretty mid, though.
box office flop in Star Wars
I liked Rogue One and Solo. I don't know why I'd be chatting so much.
movie history. Perhaps it was the endless stream of speculative
Ooh, I didn't watch Bad Batch. I don't know if Bad Batch was good. Skeleton Crew. I remember seeing the trailer for that. They should scrap all this shit. On God. Hey, scrap all this shit. Except the Star Wars Eclipse game, because that shit look cool.
new film and TV projects that were announced way too early
And the
in
next
development
Jedi
with no
Survivor.
real plan, structure, or connection to reality,
Survivor was
only to
bad,
go
though.
nowhere and ultimately get cancelled. Maybe you appreciated the inspired way she brought back a 900-year-old Harrison Ford to play Indiana Jones one more time, yet again falling back on the tried and tested formula of making a once iconic straight white male hero into a sad, pathetic old man who's given up on life and has to be shown the
I never
correct
saw
way
this
by a
movie. I've never
smart,
seen an
sassy,
Indiana Jones
spirited
movie.
young woman who's better than him at everything. Embarrassingly awful that Disney actually chose to scrub it from their streaming service and take the tax write-off rather than allow it to continue existing.
Damn.
Or maybe it was her
That's
big
crazy.
brain decision to bombard the audience with a withering barrage of invincible, stoic, all
No cap, I'm sorry. I enjoyed most, honestly, a lot of the lightsaber battles in Rise of Skywalker I actually genuinely enjoyed. That's all I gotta say.
conquering self-insertion girl bosses shoved into absolutely everything that were so functionally identical they felt like they came off an assembly line, turning a well-known boys brand that everyone could enjoy into a prickly, preachy, pandering girl brand that
Oh my
nobody could
God.
enjoy. Honestly, there's so many achievements
And that's one of the most annoying things. It was like, they were definitely pandering to, I'm sorry, they were pandering to, I'm a nigga. I'm a black person. So they were trying to pander to me, and I was like, this shit is horrible. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not really with the pandering. I actually liked it when like Black History Month was like a low key thing. I liked it like that. You know? I kind of liked it more like that because now it's like so exploited. And it's like, I don't really, as much as like, it's kind of good to see that black culture and stuff is like a lot more accepted than it used to be. I don't know. I feel like that's been happening since like the 90s though. 2000s, sorry. 2000s, not 90s. Probably since like the 2000s, black culture and shit has been getting a lot more popular and accepted. You know what I mean? And like, and especially nowadays. You know what I mean? Black culture is very much accepted nowadays. And, you know, there's still people, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I don't care about those people. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? And like, I don't really know. I'm not going to really talk too much about it. It's just bad. Coming from a Negro. It's bad. And I don't know what else to fucking say. I don't really want to get too political. I don't really like doing shit like that. I didn't even watch Acolyte. There was no way I was going to watch Acolyte. You know, but I've seen a lot of like, you know, I can peep like when I'm watching something and it's like, oh, I can see that there's pandering. Like y'all ever think of like you're watching a movie and say it's like based in like 1842, like prime slavery, like prime slavery. You know what I mean? And we're like in what's one of the southern states, just like a black guy. Like what? Is that just me? Did they not make 12 years a slave for no reason? What is this Negro just walking around? Yo, that sounds crazy. That's when they said hard R. If you don't have a black person in a movie, like Django, it has to be like Django. Even if it's in like the 50s or like the 40s, it's gonna have to be like Remember the Titans. Like, do you remember? Have you seen Remember the Titans, the football movie? Bro, they hated each other. These black people didn't even want to be on the same team as each other because they just hated each other. So I'm just saying, like you watching a movie and it's based in 1933, and a black person just walked into a bathroom. My fault. I'm chilling. My fault. Am I bugging? Am I tweaking? Niggas wasn't allowed in the bathroom. They had a whole different bathroom.
Say in business that people rise to their level of incompetence, and I think old Kathy here is living proof of that theory. A woman of modest talents but massive ego and ambition, who was able to ride the coattails of industry titans like Spielberg, Lucas and Marshall with a series of not particularly demanding producer gigs, and basically inherited the role of Lucasfilm president from an aging George Lucas almost by default. And this truly is where she came unstuck
George
at
Lucas got
last.
scammed.
Lacking the creative vision, the imagination, the leadership ability, or the organizational skills to properly manage a studio like Lucasfilm, she instead commissioned projects left, right and center, headed by whoever happened to be flavor of the month in Hollywood at the time, with no real understanding or thought for how they'd fit together into a larger franchise.
Regardless of whatever lore she missed, the movies were bad regardless. I feel like there was a lot of great things that happened that were Star Wars. No cap. And that's undeniable. Even in episode 7, you know what I mean, when Finn picked up the lightsaber and he was fighting Kylo Ren. Are you kidding me? And then in episode 7, when more, and even in episode 9, you know, I'll have to get back to you on that one. I liked a lot of the lightsaber duels, but the movie was, oh my god, I don't even know what Rise of the Skywalker is. Like, that movie is like not even like that. The movie just doesn't make sense.
No particular creative drive of her own.
But I feel like they all had great things that happened that were Star Wars. You know what I mean? Mandalorian was was so good. It almost seemed like we were back. You know what I mean? I literally cried when I saw Luke Skywalker come from in the Mandalorian. I cried, tears out of my fucking eyeballs. I thought Obi-Wan was kind of not good. I think Obi-Wan wasn't that good. Darth Vader saved Obi-Wan, the show. And they heavily relied, almost in my opinion, on Darth Vader. Darth Vader's cool as shit, obviously. He can save anything. But the show wasn't that good, in my opinion. And then I watched Ahsoka and stopped. I watched 2 episodes of Ahsoka and I was out of there. I didn't like a single thing about Ahsoka. I didn't watch Ahsoka, Andor, Acolyte, Bad Batch. But in my opinion, everything that regardless has come out has had some great Star Wars moments. But it was like, you know what I mean? Just some moments. But then overall, it was just absolute dog shit. You know, it's like they took a shit and there was like a piece of corn in it. You know what I mean? Like they literally took a shit and there was like a little piece of corn in it. Like they pissed in your mouth and they just drank lemonade. So it has a hint of lemonade in it. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck that analogy was.
She allowed most of these projects to meander aimlessly, letting creatives do whatever they wanted, even if it was detrimental to the franchise, and only stepping in when things spiraled out of control and it was already too late. She didn't particularly understand Star Wars or Indiana Jones or even Willow, and probably didn't give a shit about any of them. All she really wanted was to put her stamp on them, to reshape them into her image. And well, she definitely did that. Probably not in the way she'd intended, but it won't be forgotten easily, that's
I don't give a fuck. I love Grogu. I don't give a fuck. I think I didn't really like season 2 or 3 of Mandalorian. No, I feel like they just went like boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Season 2 was alright, but season 1 was great in my opinion. Some of the best Star Wars period is Mandalorian season 1. Season 2 was good. Season 2 was still good, but season 3 was it was cool or whatever. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that cool. It
Gotten
really
easily,
wasn't.
that's for sure. Like some kind of all-consuming pop culture tornado, she rampaged through the world of entertainment, leaving a trail of broken and destroyed IPs in her wake. In a way, she became the public face of everything that people have grown to hate about modern filmmaking. The shameless strip mining of old franchises with lame cash grab sequels and creatively bankrupt spin-offs. The mean-spirited emasculation of aging male heroes and their
Honestly.
replacement with abusive, unlikable girl bosses. The indulgent excesses of divisive identity politics
Oh
and
my God, the diss
fan-baiting.
track was
And the
so
hiring
cringe.
of people based on what diversity boxes they tick instead of what actual skills they have. And what really pissed people off the most was her absolute refusal to accept any kind of
just such a
responsibility for a
dick,
growing list
honestly.
of failures. Any other studio
She just comes off as such an like. She's such a fake bitch.
head would have been shown the door at least 5
Nah,
years
let me
ago
chill on
after
Kathleen.
Solo bombed at the box office, but for some reason Kennedy just seemed impervious to criticism. No matter how many times she fucked up, no matter how many franchises she ruined or how much money she flushed down the shitter, not once was she ever rebuked or demoted, and she absolutely refused to
absolutely
acknowledge that anything
ridiculous.
might be wrong. She just carried on
Like, she must have blackmail. She must have literally like. She must have the craziest blackmail. She has some crazy blackmail on somebody. Like, how could she? How? I've been fired from a job for less. Dead ass. I've been fired for a job for way less than what she did. If I literally caused my job to lose billions of dollars, they would chop my fucking head off. In like dead ass, they would chop my head off. So I don't understand how Kathleen Kennedy just came in here and just absolutely just shit all over this. Like, she had to have sabotage. She sabotaged somebody. But there's no other explanation. She has blackmail. Like, there's like a photo of Bob Iger fucking in the plane with in the whoa, I thought it was crazy. Yo, I thought it's Bob Iger in a plane. You get where I was going with that. I don't even know, man.
smiling and showing up.
Like, it has to. She has to have had blackmail on Bob Iger and every CEO in the world. Wasn't there 2 different CEOs? How many CEOs were there? I think Bob Iger came back. So it was Bob Iger, someone else, and then Bob Iger again, I believe.
Up to premieres, acting like everything was going just great. Couldn't possibly have her take responsibility for her own fuck-ups, could we? Just great. Couldn't possibly.
Oh my god. Nah, this is bad. Bridgerton. Oh, these shows look. What are these shows even? I'm trying to think of like, because I also, if you think about it, like how many minutes is in. Wait, that's The Bear 2022. The Bear 2022 had more views.
Possibly
Am I
have
tripping?
her take responsibility for
Is
her
that what this rating is? Is that a ranking of that week?
own fuck-ups, could we? Jesus, and they talk about the male ego. But you can only ignore time and reality for so long. And now that she's 72 years old and basically run out of things to ruin, I guess it was time for her to call it a day. And when she walks out that door at Lucasfilm for the last time, I'm sure she'll be showered
Yeah, I
with all
watched
the
that
praise
episode.
and awards
I didn't
that
see that
Hollywood
shit.
can
See,
bestow
like,
on her.
Oh my god. Yeah, I saw this. I was like, yeah, this show's terrible. I was like, I'm done. Like, I literally couldn't even watch another second of Ahsoka. I don't know. Y'all have to tell me in the comments if that shit was good or not, but I got through 2 episodes. If y'all tell me it was good, I'll maybe give it a chance. No cap. If someone let me know if it's good or not, I'll maybe give it a chance. But in my opinion, I don't even know if I finished the second episode. It was just bad.
She'll have endless bootlicking articles gushing about how she broke glass ceilings and blazed a trail for female producers everywhere, and probably a best-selling
And I think that had something to do with Rebels, and I didn't like Rebels.
biography about her incredible career accomplishments. But none of that is going to change the fact that she ran not one but 3 different IPs into the ground with her unique combination of absolute incompetence, boneheaded stupidity, and ego-driven vanity, losing billions of dollars in revenue and turning icons
Look
of
at
pop
her sitting there like that. Like, she's so evil. Like, she's sitting here knowing she ruined all of this shit for us, bro.
culture.
Like, she knows this shit was bad. There's no way Kathleen Kennedy watched this show or saw any of it and was like, oh, this is a banger. Like, there's nobody did that. Maybe the actors, because actors are stupid.
Into embarrassing, lame failures. And the real question now is, what
I saw the trailers for Alkali. I said, turn that shit off. I couldn't even finish the trailer.
happens next? Who's going to be given the monumental task of trying to unfuck 10 years of Kathleen Kennedy mismanagement? Well, it ain't going to be Dave Filoni, that's for sure. That guy showed us exactly what he was capable of when he was put in charge of Ahsoka, and as it turns out, it wasn't.
Like, what if instead of making Rey Skywalker, what if they kept her a Palpatine and then it went it? And then the next, what was it, saga? Is that what it's called? The next saga was the Palpatine saga. Wouldn't that be crazy as fuck? Wouldn't that be crazy as fuck? And then we just got to see like evil shit for 9 straight episodes. How fire would that be? Like, Rey gets pregnant, has a kid. Motherfucker evil as shit. Motherfucker evil. So evil, bro. He's born with like red eyes, bro. Like some crazy Palpatine shit, bro. I guess like some straight Palpatine genes. He's just a killer. Mad force abilities. Runs away at like 9 years old. Becomes a fucking, I don't know. I'm chatting. I can't write movies. I'm sorry. But I'm more interested in that and whatever I watched. Suck my dick.
Much. There's no point getting rid of an idiot if you're just going to replace them with a retard. And the thing is, even with Kennedy gone, her influence...
Yeah, I don't even know if I have faith in Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni. And I don't know if it was just like because Kathleen Kennedy was ruining everything, deadass. But I almost don't even have faith in either of them. I'm gonna be honest.
And the thing is, even with Kennedy gone, her influence at Lucasfilm's gonna linger on like a fart in an elevator as long as the disciples that she hired are allowed to keep their jobs and keep pushing the same garbage into their work. If Disney actually want to change things and make a genuine effort to bring Star Wars back from the dead, there's gonna have to be the kind of wholesale purge at Lucasfilm that would make Joseph Stalin green with envy. And quite frankly, I don't think they've got the balls to even attempt something like that.
Sorry.
And it's like they act like, and people act like, oh, it's because there was black characters or because it was always women. Like, first of all, everybody was in literal love with Leia. I fucked with Ahsoka heavy. Ahsoka's one of my favorite just because she became like the white, I don't remember what the white saber people are. But bro, when the Clone Wars, when she left and she got the white sabers, I was like, oh nah. She's top tier Star Wars character. That's when I knew. That's when I realized. I was like, everyone loves Ahsoka. Everyone loves Leia. Mace Windu is literally one of the Samuel Jackson's characters, one of the most beloved characters in all of Star Wars. Everybody loved Finn, except y'all, because y'all shrunk his picture in the Chinese poster. So y'all didn't really love Finn. Y'all didn't love John Boyega like we did. And I even kind of liked Rey. I didn't mind Rey. Rey was cool. Oscar Isaac, fire. He's Latino, I think. You know what I mean? Like, they had a diverse cast and like the actors were cool. Like, I think all of us could like the actors, and I think that's why so many people liked the movies so much. Even though the movies were bad. It's like the prequels. But I don't think they have the same charm as the prequels. We'll see in 10 years. Maybe we'll look back and look at this shit like the prequels. I don't think we will. Let's finish the video. I'm chatting.
This film that would make Joseph Stalin green with envy. And quite frankly, I don't think they've got the balls to even attempt something like that.
Sorry you had to go, but let's face it, You are a fucking waste of skin. Waste of skin, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
absolute piece of shit.
That's all I've got for today.
I can't help but think that.
Go away now.
Absolute legend. Absolute legend. Let's look at these comments. Her greatest achievement was South Park making fun of her. That's all we needed to see. That was her greatest achievement. Her greatest achievement by far. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The Star Wars movies she made, like most of them made $1 billion. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Force Awakens made $1 billion, at least total. But I'm talking about like in theaters. Like I know Last Jedi made $1 billion. Skywalker made $1 billion, and even that year, that was when Disney became like the first company with like $5 billion movies. Insane. So, you know, she has some success. Good for her. But she got to go. Kathleen is done. Your cake is baked. You know what I mean? Go enjoy all that money you made, you know? But just know at the end of the day, you fucking ruined everyone's lives. And you know what's so sad? It's like, think of like, I'm this is gonna be this. I'm sorry, it's gonna get sad real quick. It's gonna get fucked up real quick. But think of all the people who just hated the direction Star Wars was going, and they're not gonna be able to see what it becomes. You know what I mean? And for those people, they just ruined Star Wars for her. They just ruined. She ruined Star Wars, and like they can never be redeemed. Luckily, we are here able to have a chance to potentially see the redemption of Star Wars, which would be amazing. You know, I can never get enough Star Wars. Actually, I could when I saw Ahsoka. That's the video. That's my opinion. We smoking KK. We blowing KK. Kathleen Kennedy. All 2025. In the comments, put your favorite trilogy, and then put what your favorite movie is. It doesn't have to be that trilogy. And then again, put your favorite overall character in Star Wars. It doesn't have to be from your favorite movie or your favorite trilogy. So I'm gonna tell you mine. My number one trilogy is the OG. That's my favorite. That's the one I would rewatch the most if I had a choice. My favorite movie is Episode 3, which they're re-releasing in theaters. I'm literally gonna go see that. I wasn't going to when I saw it, but now I am. I'm going to go see it because they fired Kathleen Kennedy. I'll be blowing KK in the theater. Character, I said already, Darth Vader. Or if without Anakin or Darth Vader included, I'm going Mace Windu. You know, without like the basics. My favorite's Mace Windu. He was real as fuck. In Ahsoka, that's another one of my favorite characters, I would say. Would be right after Mace Windu, probably. I would say Ahsoka. Maybe Obi-Wan. Jeez, I don't know. There's a lot of good characters. There's a lot of good characters. Those are probably my top 3 outside of Anakin and Darth Vader. Honestly, Luke Skywalker is not one of my top characters, but, you know, I fuck with him. He's obviously a great character, you know, Luke Skywalker. But it's kind of like your favorite character being Naruto. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. It's also like your favorite character being Anakin. That's why I kind of just didn't really say him. Ooh, R2. R2's a great character. The funniest character in Star Wars, actually, is R2-D2, in my opinion. Laughed the hardest at R2-D2. Finn is also one of my favorite newer characters because I felt like Finn's character had so much potential and it was just fucking wasted. Just down the drain. And he said he would never come back to Star Wars. Who knows? Maybe he will, because that shit's done. You know, who knows what the direction they're gonna go. Let me know your favorite movie, trilogy, character. What direction you think Star Wars is going. In the comments. I'll be blowing Kathleen Kennedy. All 25.
Yeah. I just faced a couple blunts and now I'm pulling up. Call me Two-Face when I'm macking off the double cup.